Let's
Let's
go.
do it. Let's
Okay.
fucking do it. Give me the lights. Like, nah. 3, 2, 1, and welcome everybody back to the Built Different Show. This is number 112 on our journey. Or wait, no, my apologies. This is 113 on our journey here. Knicks made it. The playoffs are going on. MLB season is hot. Let's dig right on into it. Kem, why don't you lead us off? What you got?
Well, man, listen, man, real quick. Since the last time that we met, Featherless, right? All right. On March 3rd, it was officially announced, all right, that Canelo Alvarez and Terrence Bud Crawford will be fighting in Las Vegas, Nevada at Allegiant Stadium on September 12th. All right. Now, listen, y'all, this is two kings, two legacies, right? We talk a lot about basketball. We talk a lot about football. We talk a lot about baseball. But another thing that I love, literally, y'all, is the sweet science, right? Now, when it comes to these dudes, right, you got one dude that is literally walking through the fire and bring the fire, right? He got crazy precision. We talk about Terrence Bud Crawford, right? Literally undefeated, untouched, undeniable. Everybody already know. He a technician. He keep it real quiet. He also from the Omaha, Nebraska. So it's another reason why he keep it quiet and really rises above the doubt, right? And literally reigns supreme. Then you got a warrior. The Mexican warrior. He's actually the face of boxing right now, a champion across 4 divisions. They already know that his fist is like bombs and a resume that's also like Mexican gold, man. Fucking Canelo Alvarez. What do y'all think about this, right? Canelo Crawford, right? Canelo Crawford.
I love Canelo, man. I
Okay.
love Canelo. I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe it's just the heritage thing for me, man. But
Mm-hmm.
that motherfucker is a dog. I've loved watching him for years.
Mm-hmm.
But Terrence Crawford's that motherfucking guy, man. He has all the intangibles that you love in a fighter. So I saw the announcement for this fight and I was super interested. And I'm not as big into boxing as like some of my friends or as you are.
Mm-hmm.
So I would just go for my boy Canelo in this, just being
Mm-hmm.
biased because I've loved watching him for years. But I'd like to hear what you think, like in depth on it more.
Well, thank you for asking, man. Because real talk, what I think is it's kind of funny. One of the things in the mention and what I just rolled out is like how he was a 4 division champion.
Yes.
One of the things about that is he rose too from being a smaller fighter, just like Terrence Bud Crawford. But a lot of the criticism in this fight right now is about how small Bud Crawford appears to be at his fight weight. You know what I mean? But not what his walk around weight is. So it's going to be very, very interesting. Without a question. As I mentioned earlier as well, the precision of Terrence Crawford is undeniable. He's
100%.
a switch hitter. He can fight southpaw or orthodox. You know what I'm saying? Which always gives everybody problems because you're looking at somebody one way and then all of a sudden they fight in a whole nother way with the same type of power and the same type of precision. What's really dope about him is that he's literally actually a right-handed boxer that broke his hand young and started fighting, you know what I mean, from the other side, southpaw, you know what I mean? So now that's one of the things, if you guys watch the Earl Spence fight, that why it was such a dominant fight, because when he was actually jabbing him with that right hand, it was almost like he was hitting him with an overhand right every single time because it was his power hand. So that shit was dinging Earl Spence. But anyway, as it pertains to Canelo Alvarez, I think it's going to be a major fight because, like I also said, his fist is like bombs. If you watch any of his fights, you actually hear his power punches every time he's loading up on whoever he's fighting. The most recent, you know what I mean, one that you could really see his dominance is going to be with the Charlo fight. You know what I mean? But in all truth, man, I'm looking real forward to it, guys. I'm really looking forward to it. It's a little whiles away, you know what I mean? But it's one of those things. It's a legacy thing. It's a generational thing.
For sure.
These are 2 guys that, you know what I mean, as it pertains to boxing, just like how basketball in its highest relevance right now, these are 2 guys that are at the pinnacle of that sport, you know what I mean, and have carved their way for the past, 10, 15 years. So it's going to be great to see. Great
Canelo's been doing it since fucking as long as
63
I can
fights.
remember.
He got
63 fights.
63 fights, bro.
Yeah,
2
he's
losses.
2 losses in that time period, and he's just started. He became a professional at such a
I was gonna
young
say, like,
age.
Crawford, like, is older than him. Like, that was crazy.
Yeah, it's like,
But like my whole opinion on everything, man. I like what Terrence Crawford is doing right here with this. Like, he's
a dog.
undefeated. His legacy, honestly, I think is already cemented. But what he's trying to do is he's trying to get this big win against obviously the big fighter Canelo. Eventually he's going to close out his career, sooner rather than later. So this is honestly, it's like you said, Kem, it's a legacy fight. One of these two are going to absolutely, I mean, they're already solidified.
Yeah.
But I think they're going to be solidified even further, if it's not a draw, if one of them can actually pull out the win. But Matt, what's up with you?
All right, so
what's on the top of your
my
mind?
little first opening thing is, the Knicks did it, right? Tatum's probably going to be out most of, if not all of next year. Their new owner has to pay a luxury tax bill of $238 million with his first year taking over the team.
That is a lot of fucking
That's
money, man.
That's the first time in NBA history the luxury tax bill has been more than the payroll payout. The payroll salary is $227 million, and the luxury tax bill is $238 million straight out of pocket. They're gonna have to do something. They're gonna have to blow this team up. Drew Holiday, he's still a great defensive player. Doesn't do anything that you need him to do offensively anymore. He's got to they got to get him out of there. I don't know what you can get for him because he's got that big contract for not as much output anymore. Porzingis might not be here much longer. You might trade. Thomas was talking about something of the sort before the pod started. Might trade him for a high pick, either Dallas number 1, San Antonio number 2. San Antonio said they're set. Jaylen Brown, my bad. Yeah, San Antonio said they're set, staying at 2 for Dylan Harper. Dallas wants to keep number 1 to make the fans think, haha, we had this all planned out. But Celtics, man, I'm saying come October when next season starts, team might look a whole lot different, man. A whole lot different.
Whew. So it's my turn. Listen, you guys knew what was coming.
Oh, God.
You guys knew what was coming, man. Look.
Oh, God.
You see this right here? This is the Celtics pack. And I just...
Oh, say word.
Oh, brother. Let me get this nice episode started. Let me take off the glasses real quick. That was just for special effects.
Yes.
Listen, last night, okay, as this recording is happening, this is one day after the Knicks had won the, advancing, beating the Celtics, going to the Eastern Conference Finals. And I hear all these people talking about, the Knicks need to humble themselves. The Knicks fans need to be humble. They shouldn't, they're celebrating like it's the finals. And I just want to say, of fucking course. The Knicks just beat the one team that everyone had pegged as the NBA champions. The Knicks just are going to the Eastern Conference Finals for the first time since I've been in fucking diapers when they were the 8th seed. Come on now. Listen, I had to suffer through I had to suffer through Porzingis. I had to suffer through Derrick Rose's first stint. I had to suffer through RJ fucking Barrett. I have other jerseys, but those were the first 3 that I found. Listen, man, being a Knicks fan has not been fun. It has not been rewarding. It has been some of the worst, most stressful shit I have ever been through in my life. And that should not be the case. It should not be the case at all. But the New York Knicks are in the Eastern Conference Finals. The New York Knicks are going to beat the Pacers, and then we'll see what happens in the finals. But for now, we have every single right to be as happy as we are. It's like I've been saying all fucking year. The Knicks built this team for one team only. It was to beat the Celtics. Now, obviously, they have to finish the job. But this team was built to beat the Celtics, and this team is really talented, and this team is most importantly healthy. If you are sleeping on the Knicks, you're in trouble, and this is going to be the National Guard is going to have to be called. Like, they're going to have to call Navy SEALs. Like, you're going to have to get the gorilla to come after these people. Like, I don't even know. But for right now, man, I'm elated. I'm excited. I don't even know how to actually truly feel because, like I said, I've never really seen the Knicks make the Eastern Conference Finals. So, this episode, I'm going to be making a lot of Knicks references. I hope you guys are all there. I'm in my head. My head is inflated more than it. I mean, it's already inflated. What a fucking time to be alive. The Knicks are in the Eastern Conference Finals. Like, what the fuck?
This is a fact, though. This is a fact. You know what I mean? Being the oldest dude on the pod right now, this is a fact. All right. Now, I can go back to the 25 years and know how the hope and desperation, those two things being purely aligned, hope and desperation. You understand what I'm saying about making it, you know what I mean, to the Eastern Conference Finals only, you know what I mean, not make it any further. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, man, and with a team looking as good as it's no desperation that's aligned with this team. You understand what I'm saying? Which is one of the deciding factors. You know what I mean? Hey,
Yeah.
man, we shall see, bro. The city is
And with
fucking
that,
alive. The
man,
state is alive.
I really don't see the Knicks choking, and the reason is because they have, like, if you look at the whole roster, Jalen Brunson has been in the Western Conference Finals before. McCall Bridges was in the actual finals. OG
Mhm,
Anunoby won the finals.
mhm,
Tom Thibodeau coached in the Eastern Conference
mhm.
Finals. I'm probably forgetting a couple people here, but Karl Anthony Towns was in the Western Conference Finals last year. I mean, this, like, they are a bunch of players with a bunch of experience. It's not like it's a this Cinderella, like, oh, we've never, like, the Knicks haven't been there before, but these players and coaching staff have. And honestly, it's all just a recipe for success. I
Yeah.
don't think the Pacers line up well, but shout out to the Pacers. They're back in the Eastern Conference
They
Finals.
doing their
Matt
thing.
called it. And yeah, man, I'm here for the ride. Like, listen, I had to survive through fucking Andrea Bargnani playing hero ball. Like, I had to survive, Amari Stoudemire being our big free agency get and flaming out after one fucking year. Like, I had to survive through Melo taking a contract extension with absolutely fucking nobody around him. I had to live through Jarrett Jack being our starting point guard for like 10
You had
games.
Steve
Listen,
Novak
man.
lighting up New York. You had good memories. Get the fuck out of here.
Lynn Sanity.
Lynn Sanity,
Oh
one of the
man, but
biggest things of the
let's dig
2010s.
in. Let's dig in. So the draft lottery is the first thing, I want to touch on. But before we get into that, if you guys are liking what you're hearing so far, make sure you guys like, subscribe, get in tune. We got a lot of content coming for you. We covered just about everything. And as you can see, we did 8 episodes in the last 31 days. So as you guys know, the content is going to keep coming. I'm sweating. I'm tired, but I'm here for you guys in this whole fucking project that we're doing.
Someone's got
But
a sweaty
anyway,
ass.
moving on. The draft lottery. So the Dallas Mavericks are the number one pick in the draft. The Wizards and the Hornets, they go from 1 and 2 to like 5 and 6, 4 and 5, whatever they ended up being.
4 and 6.
Spurs are number 2. What do you guys got? What's your like biggest opinions on this whole draft lottery thing?
You can go first, Kim. Yeah.
No, it's okay, Matt. I want to hear what you guys
Oh,
have to
okay.
say.
All right. So, I mean, first off, fuck Nico Harrison. He doesn't deserve this. He does not. His incompetence does not deserve the number one overall pick. Yes, is it probably rigged? For sure. Lakers trade for AD. Pelicans get number one pick. LeBron leaves the Cavs. Cavs get number one picked. It goes back to Knicks. The fucking David Robinson goes down. Spurs get number one pick. Like, you just go back and back and back. There's records of this, so it is what it is. It's probably rigged. Whatever. He doesn't fucking deserve this. Another thing though, Spurs with that who was it? The Hawks pick jump up to
Number 2.
2.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy, because before
Mm-hmm.
Wemby went down, they were looking like a contender for the playoffs. So that's just huge for them. Yeah, they're probably gonna pick Dylan Harper. Where, all right, their point guard rotation looks a little heavy now, but that's just gonna bolster up their team even more. Maybe package it. Then they have the 14th overall pick. Philly does not deserve number 3. They made their own bed. They also don't deserve number 3. There's teams in this lottery just don't deserve what they got, and I'm pissed about it. But I think all in all, the teams that got fucked, Hornets dropping the 4, got fucked. The Nets were supposed to be a bad team this year. For some reason, we're like middle of the pack for most of the year. So I think that's just their front office fucking them, and they fell to what, 8, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just like,
They play hard though.
yeah,
They play hard.
they play hard, but
They
they
were
need
very
help.
annoying this year.
They
Mhm.
need help, and getting the 8th
Yeah.
pick does not do it for them.
Mm-mm.
But yeah, it's just there's a whole lot of bullshit going on in this
Mhm.
draft lottery.
Yeah, I think the I don't have too much to say. I agree. I think I'm aligned with you as far as that, but I just do believe the interesting thing is with the 8 and the 2 pick with San Antonio and with Brooklyn having that 8 pick. As you said, how hard they played, right? They got some pieces. I love the 2 Cams. Those are 2 great pieces. If we're thinking about like the Giannis thing, right? I'm thinking about the 2 Cams. I'm thinking about, that pick and the picks that they also have, right? and things like that, where that could affect something that has something to do with Giannis. I'm also looking at San Antonio at the 2. You know what I mean? Like, that is a great thing. That's something that they don't actually have to use that pick, and we already know that anybody who wants to get Giannis, who is actually in the sweepstakes for Giannis, is going to need picks. You know what I mean? Now, how that would look would be fucking amazing. It would be crazy. You understand what I'm saying? But, you know what I mean? I am actually watching those 2. I agree with you about those guys getting shafted. We got Charlotte going to 4, Washington going to 6.
Yep.
I don't see anything really shaking up with anything else. I think that Dallas, Nico got lucky. I posted some funny shit. I think that he's still dancing right now, though.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
You'll
I
be
think he's
dancing
dancing
until
right
he makes
now.
that pick.
You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I don't think that they're in the Giannis sweepstakes, to be honest with you, because at the end of the day, with the 2 bigs that they already have, getting someone like Cooper Flag on the wing like that, with Kyrie coming back, you know what I mean, mid-season, AD fully healthy, man, who knows? You understand what I'm saying? I don't think that they should put that much pressure on Cooper that quick
Hell
yet.
no.
You understand what I'm saying? I don't think, you know what I mean? I don't think that he needs that kind of pressure. But the kid's only 18 fucking years old. He needs to develop.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's why I'm kind of wondering. So I'm literally kind of switchy with Dallas and San Antonio. You know what I mean? Because they just got 2 rookie of the years, man. I think that they can use that pick to do something. You know what I mean? To be quite honest with you.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, where I'm at, a couple different things here. Matt, you sang the right song, man. Like these dudes don't deserve. Like, you saw the way that they were cheering and dancing and like, pushing chairs over and shit. Like they were like, whoo.
You look like a bunch of
But
frat
like, what
guys.
I hate is like it sadly like weirdly like validates the Luka Doncic trade.
Yes, it happens every
Nick Wright said he doesn't understand how the NBA could rig it. I think they can do whatever the hell they want. They just got to be LOL. The Mavs are going to have the first pick, and then it's a done deal.
Yes.
I mean, you're looking at like literally this saves Dallas, because you saw season ticket holders were giving up their packages.
Yes.
Fans were rioting. All this shit. Like, you just gave up a generational talent. So I think the NBA, they went in to save one of their biggest, most viewed franchises. They did the same thing with Wemby. The Spurs looked like that they were declining. The Spurs looked like they were like, coming out of the market. They just traded DeJounte Murray. Why not just give them the fucking first pick? When LeBron was set and ready to come back to Cleveland, let's give the Cavs the number 1 pick so that they can build their fucking team. Give them Andrew Wiggins. Go ahead, Kevin.
One quick thing, please. Thank you. Please keep where you are. You were at Andrew Wiggins. The one thing that is really important of what we must always consider when talking about the NBA is it is a fucking business. Okay, guys? Every one of those franchises that this has been done to, we got to go back and look. The Arno or whatever his name is, who just took over, even though they shipped Luka out, they went up on their prices and everything like that, brother. So with what you said about it being one of the storied franchises with one of the historic fan bases, if they're going up on tickets and that, you understand, people are giving their packages up, how are we going to recoup this?
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? We get a number 1 pick, something else flashy. You understand what I'm saying? And the number 1 pick is that, you know what I mean? Nico Harris looks as good as he looks, you know what I mean? But excuse me.
Yeah,
but
and I mean, there's so
Fucking
much
business,
more
bro.
examples. Like Matt brought in the Anthony Davis example. New Orleans is still one of their big cities that they
Yes.
love to help out. It keeps going on and on. I just think for teams like the Wizards, the Jazz, the Hornets, they need to stop tanking, man. I think this is the time. Like we have now finally a salary cap structure, as Matt, and I keep referring back to what Matt is saying, but he said in his opening take that the Celtics are going to have this huge ass luxury tax bill, and that's because of the new structures that are in place. I think now is the time more than ever that teams should just literally stop tanking. Whatever happens, but at the least put your best foot forward. The league is going to get more even than it really ever has been. We got, most of the greats retiring. We don't really have any, official, like one guy, like, LeBron dominating year in and year out, going to the finals year in and year out. Like, our best player, Jokic, is fucking, he looks like a war veteran out there trying to get the Nuggets to a place where they should be. But realistically, that's really what I have. The one big take that I have is Kem. You mentioned it about the pressure that's going to be on Cooper Flag. I don't think it's going to be an ideal situation for him going to Dallas. Dallas, they traded Luka Doncic and they are on a clock. If they do not succeed with Anthony Davis, if they don't succeed with this whole thing, they are going to look really, really, really bad. And I don't think that pressure should fall on Cooper Flag. Go ahead.
I completely disagree. I don't think there's any pressure on him at all. I think there's pressure on those two stars on that team. I think this is the most ideal situation because if let's say Washington or Brooklyn got the number 1 overall pick, he goes to them. Yeah, he's going to be putting up high numbers, probably low efficiency, just trying to get his strides out there. But I don't think that would have been great for his development. Being next to Anthony Davis and he's already a great defensive player, Cooper is. So getting to learn all those techniques and everything right next to AD for a whole year, maybe 2, maybe 3, however long they're together for, I think that is perfect for him. And right now, the pressure should be more on AD than on him. Go, what's up, Kim?
No. This is why I made that take, right? The only reason I made the take on why the pressure should not be on him is because it is going to be a win-now situation for Dallas. That stunts the development of Cooper Flag. That literally stunts the development because it is about the team structure and the role that he is going to play, and he is going to have to develop in that role way more than he is going to develop his skill set, like what you are saying right just then. In the situation, if he is actually drafted by them, I believe because of what you said about the two stars, with Kyrie and AD and their age, he will be underdeveloped. He will be underdeveloped as far as his skill set goes. But in the NBA, we know it's about role players. But for Cooper Flag being 18 years old and the sky being the ceiling for this guy, in all truth, I think that that's what it would be as far as a hindrance for him. They might even get a chip out of it. They might get 2 chips out of it, but we never get to find out who Cooper Flag is because it's going to be highlighted by Kyrie Irving and Anthony Davis and the win now mentality that has to be a part of the decision that was made by Nico Harris with those guys.
Yeah, because, and Matt,
that's the only reason I'm saying it.
I do agree the pressure should be on Anthony Davis. It should be on the other guys, but the pressure is going to be on Cooper Flag no matter what. Because like if they start not winning and he's struggling, or even if he's not struggling, they're going to be asking more of him throughout the year. I think there's an ideal situation that I think should happen. It's a crazy, crazy, outlandish take. I don't think that Nico Harrison and the Mavs would truly do it. They'd probably piss their fan base off just a little bit more, but I think that they should trade the number 1 pick, and I think there's a team that's in perfect position to have the stuff that they need to give it, and they're also in a position where they can kind of fuck around for a year because I don't think there's going to really be too much expectation on them. I think the Boston Celtics should go and get that number 1 pick. You give up Jaylen Brown, maybe some future draft compensation. Maybe you even fucking throw in Drew Holiday just to get rid of the contract. And,
the money going back, you'd be giving up a lot.
Something else. You know what I mean? Like shit would have to happen outside of that. But I think, for Boston, they have to shed the salary. I don't think that, with Jason Tatum, $60 million, dollars being injured, I don't think they can really turn that team into a convincing winner next year. I think they should kind of like take the year to step back, get Cooper Flag, get him in a system, get him, get his feet wet. And then so that when Jason Tatum gets back, you have year 2 Cooper Flag, you have whatever else you can put around you. And honestly, I think that would be the most ideal situation. And the Celtics are aggressive. Brad Stevens is really aggressive. I think he's going to try to do something to keep this team competitive.
I mean, that would be a marketing thing for sure.
Yeah,
with
and
him
imagine
being from Maine and all that stuff. You know what I mean? With him being from right over there.
Brown and Anthony Davis on the same team too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I that would be an amazing setup. I just don't believe something like that would happen.
Yeah, me neither.
That would be fire though, because I think it would be fire for everybody involved. But I just can't see that happening at all.
Yeah, I think the Mavs, they got the first pick. I think they're like, you know what, let's not fucking piss off this baby.
They will, they'll get destroyed by the fan base. He'll get fired immediately if he trades the number 1.
Oh, yeah.
He'll get fired immediately.
Because the owner already said, like, oh, I don't know about this guy, but... but yeah, let's move on to a blind ranking. Matt has a couple blind rankings, different this time. Let's see what he got.
Who wants to be my first victim?
I went first last time. Let's have time to go first.
All right. So,
I'll go.
A blind ranking, Thomas, for all-time quarterbacks.
Ooh. Shit. Here we go.
All right. I got
Okay.
Cam Newton.
Oh fuck. See, like this is why you're the bullshit guy, because like you always start off with a guy that could easily be on the top of the list, could easily be on the bottom of the list,
Just
but
depending
I'm
on
gonna
what
put him
list.
third.
All right.
I'm gonna put him third because I don't know what you're about to do, Matt.
All right. You don't know what I'm about to do.
But I love Cam Newton though.
Right.
I love Cam Newton.
Exactly.
Let that be known.
Exactly. Big Ben.
Ooh.
Fifth.
5.
Fuck Big Ben, the rapist. We don't support rapists.
Drew Brees.
Okay, I think I could put him safely at second.
2. Okay.
Yeah.
One of the goats from our childhood he took a wrong turn. Mike Vick.
Okay. I like it at 4. I like
At
Michael
4?
Vick at 4, but yo, I feel like you're about to fucking cook me. Fuck.
Nah, you cooked.
Who's my number one?
The goat. Tom Brady. You cooked.
Oh, that was fire.
You
Good
in
work.
my opinion, you got a pretty
That's basically
perfect list.
right.
Yeah, you got a pretty
Yeah, that's
perfect list.
pretty. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go.
All right,
Let's
damn, that
go.
upsets me. Good job, Tom.
All right, I gotta put my head down. I gotta focus on this one.
All right.
Focus. Mm-hmm.
I got for Chem, blind ranking, all-time power forwards.
Ooh, okay.
Starting off, one of my favorite power forwards of all time, Pau Gasol.
I'm gonna go because it's you. I'm gonna say 3.
3, copy. All right. So next up, I got Chris Webber.
4.
All right. Draymond Green.
Mm-mm-mm. 2.
2. All right.
Attaboy, Cam.
Rashard Lewis.
5.
All right. So you saved the number 1 spot for the end, like Thomas.
Mhm.
It did not work out for you this time, bud. Your number 1 spot is Jared Vanderbilt.
Oh man, you always get me, bro. I'm 0 for 2 against you. This is crazy.
The rest of your list, though,
I was cooking a little
on
bit. I
point.
thought.
And then
Yes, I thought I
then it
was.
just once you got down to the last 2, I was like, all right, if he puts Draymond at fucking 1, it's
I
a
would
little
have
bit
had.
better
I was solid.
just because all the
Yeah.
championships. But then once you put him at 2, I
Mhm.
was like, oh yeah, one of these 2 dudes are going at 1.
Yes.
Fire.
Dang,
And he gets that because of the championships, right?
Yeah,
and his
100%.
role in it, right? Without a question, right?
championship-
we're gonna do
Decoy.
this every episode until Kem can defeat
Yeah,
Matt.
yeah, like for sure. Can we? That would be fire. That's fire.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
got it,
Matt
big
be
dog.
frying you. Bro.
Mhm. Yes, I'm catching up though.
All right, so let's get to why we're here. The whole NBA playoffs. We're having fun. It's been a crazy ride so
Yes.
far.
Mm-hmm.
Let's dig right into some round by round analysis real quick.
Sure.
So first and foremost, the Nuggets and the Thunder, they ain't over with yet, so we're not going to
Mhm.
spend too much time on that.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
But if you guys want, go ahead. Let's give a little take on that. Let's not spend too much time on it because obviously, we don't want to, do too much.
I just got a question. I just got a question for Matt.
Yo.
Where's Jalen Williams?
Hey, J-Dub having a little trouble, big dog. J-Dub struggling right now, big dog. He took a
Oh my.
Hey man, I called him Scottie Pippen, so that's against me too.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, fellas. Oh my
Yeah.
God, fellas. Listen.
Yeah.
I think he is probably the single-handed reason, and this is the learning curve, right?
Right.
This is the learning curve because the crazy thing about it is that he's missing makeable shots. He kind of is going through the same exact thing that Boston was going through the first 2 games, right?
Right.
But the crazy that's all it seems to be for me, right? But that is what happens. You know what I'm saying? I just wanted to know where he was. That's all. I think that everybody else. Go ahead.
Yeah, what you said is perfect. He's taking the right shots.
Yes.
They're just not falling. It's not like he's
Yeah.
going wild and shooting shots that are inadherent and just not what he's supposed to be doing. He's taking the right shots, they're just not falling. And it's encouraging that he's getting to his spots and everything from a coaching perspective, but then it's also like motherfucker gotta make those. You've been making them all season long. Why aren't you making them right now?
Get right.
But yeah, another thing is today it came out. Fucking Aaron Gordon might miss tomorrow's game, so that might be it for Denver if he can't make the game. Just because he, like I've said multiple episodes, he is the second most important player on that team, hands down in my opinion. His play on both sides of the ball, his energy, his athleticism, he's necessary. And if they don't have him in that game, it's looking rough.
Yeah, man. I mean, so first thing I'll say is OKC. I seen it from a mile away. I don't. Even if they get past Denver, even if they get past Minnesota, I don't think they don't have that dog in them to like fully get the job done. Not yet. I think they lose. I think if they can lose Game 7, take that gut punch, take these lessons to learn, come back next year with a much better team. Because they have all the assets in the world. I think the Thunder, they're gonna dominate for years to come. But man, this Nikola Jokic, man, this performance,
Yeah.
this dude is like if he can get past the Thunder right here, and I think they would have a really good shot against Minnesota. And they get to the finals and they make some noise, man. It's getting harder and harder to have a top 10 when you got guys like Nikola Jokic coming in and it's just pure dominance. It's beautiful. It's a fat European male just fucking out there. just
Why you gotta be talking about
just out there being the point guard, the rebounder, man. He's a machine. He's the coach. Like that coach they got that replaced Mike Malone is fucking dog shit. He don't even really do anything. But I think it's cool. It has been a very good 7-game series. I'll say that the entertainment was absolutely there. And if I had a prediction, I think the Nuggets are getting it done with or without Aaron Gordon. I think Jokic is going to put up a monumental performance. He loves playing on the road. I think Jamal Murray is going to come out and have a really good game. I mean, Michael Porter Jr. sucks, but without Aaron Gordon on the court, he might, he might do something.
Yeah.
Russell Westbrook, I mean, this could be the last time he's ever in a position to really, make the noise that he needs to get a ring in his career. So I'm expecting him to come out with a whole bunch of fire and passion. So I'm looking forward to Game 7. But let's move on. Wait, Kim, do you have anything else for it?
I'll say Ken's been frozen this whole time I've been watching. He hasn't blinked, so I thought he was frozen.
I don't have nothing else on that.
Timberwolves, they took care of the Warriors pretty easily, obviously for one reason and one reason only. We said all that about Jokic basically being the Terminator. I mean, that was basically Steph. But with Steph's age and everything, you knew, it was only going to get them so far, unfortunately. So the Timberwolves, they take care of them in 5. They're overconfident. It's a team bunch of deadbeat dads. I know you guys. Did you guys see the report about Rudy Gobert?
No, what happened now?
Rudy Gobert fucking kicked out his girlfriend who was pregnant with his child and their 1-year-old so that he could focus on the playoffs.
Kicked her out to focus on the playoffs.
But it's real. I don't.
Yeah,
babe, you gotta get the fuck out. I need to lock in.
Yeah, I mean, but that's a spin. You don't know if the spin is that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like he kicked her out. He probably just, you know what I mean? Hey, go. I got you set up over here while I just lock in right now. You understand what I'm saying?
Sports been out for a couple of days.
Yeah, man.
The whole situation with Anthony Edwards, basically just saying, I don't want to be a dad of this specific kid.
I'm just like, 1.8 million there, 1.2 million there, 1.3 million there. Just get him out of my sight.
So this is interesting, man. The Timberwolves, they traded Cat, and they, I honestly think they luckily have now found their way into the Western Conference Finals because, you consider.
What do you mean, luckily, man? I want to know what you mean, luckily. So besides the comment, right? I want to know what you really feel about them. You really don't think that they could take care of business?
Look, I love Ant. I mean, everybody knows I love Ant. Me and Matt, we're sitting here ranting and raving about him episode after episode last year. Episode after episode this year. We, Kem, you and I were ranting about him. But I think they got the luck of the draw. I mean, they got the Lakers round 1, who they obviously absolutely. It was just a mismatch the whole series. I don't think the Timberwolves were a better team than the Lakers. I just think they had the right mismatches for them. And then you face the Warriors, and the Warriors won Game 1. That can only tell me that it would at least have been a fully competitive series all the way through, or the Warriors would have won that series. So, and I don't know. And then if the Nuggets can beat the Thunder, I mean, then they'll get. I'm not saying the Nuggets are easy, but that's the easier matchup of the two. So you know what I mean. But a run is a run. You gotta be there. You gotta show up. You gotta you gotta play. It's not like you don't play because you got an easier matchup. I just think they're luckily there. I'm not buying it. I don't buy into Julius Randle. I don't fucking,
He's had
you know
the
what I
best
mean? Like,
playoff series of his career.
But you buy into
yeah,
the numbers though. You buy yes, and that is what development is about, right? Like, so even though they're not like my favorite players, or you know what I mean, like not my team or anything, I could speak really objective and say like the way that Julius Randle is playing is the best Julius Randle has ever played. And there's no better time for him to play the best he's ever played when they're in the conference finals or leading up until the conference finals and on a championship run. So this is the things that get dudes paid. This is what the work is actually about. Listen, Ant-Man is on a mission. I think
he
Rudy
is.
Gobert. Did you see how he kicked Julius Randle and Mike Conley out of the news conference so that him and Rudy Gobert could sit down and have have their time? Like, listen, they got a functioning ship going, you know what I mean, where the young boy steers the drink. I'm being honest, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm being like real shit. And it's kind of crazy, bro, because he's an attack dog. You understand what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, that kind of scares me when teams are wounded. You understand, especially when we're talking about Denver, right? Should they make it, right? Even Shea with his hand, the way that his hand has been looking, you know what I mean? Jay Will playing the way he's playing. Now the other Jay Will, he's been looking good coming off the bench.
Crazy.
The
I got
other
his
collection,
autographed rookie card. I need that.
like real talk. Even the other collection of players, Wallace, all them dudes are actually doing their part. You know what I'm saying? It's actually the stars who aren't really, you know what I mean, playing up to snuff right now for OKC. But what I will say, the more wounded, the more harder Ant was in the Timberwolves are actually going to play. You understand what I'm saying? Which is really fire and what I like about them. You understand what I'm saying? Like they smell blood and they go hard. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, we do have to see how that plays out, though.
Yeah, but we have the next segment, and I'll dig in more to my take about the Timberwolves. But talking about the Warriors, that Steph Curry injury was pretty sad, man. I don't know. The more that we were getting to it, I really wanted to see, if Steph and the Warriors could do it one more time, man.
Yeah.
Jimmy Butler was absolutely exhausted. They all looked exhausted. Draymond Green looked exhausted. Steve Kerr looked
Everybody
exhausted.
except Kuminga.
I don't, and this might be the first negative thing I ever have to say about Stephen Curry. I think he should have kept his comments to himself about, I was ready to go game 6. Because if you were ready to go game 6, I feel like you could have pushed to game 5. That's really my only thing when it comes to that. Like, how are you 100% sure and absolutely like knowing that you're ready to go game? So like how old is he now? 35, 36? Like, you push it. Like, you're already solidified. You're already great. No matter if you lose this series or not, you're already one of the all-time greats. Push yourself. See what happens. You like it could have just been another great moment, another great memory. But the Warriors are done. I think they'll come back next year a lot better though. They're gonna trade Kuminga for something. They have a tiny bit of money to make something happen. So I mean, we'll see, man. I'm here for it. I'm here for what's gonna happen in the Warriors offseason. But do you have any takes on Timberwolves Warriors, Matt?
No, so I'm kind of more towards Kem. I just think it's just a bunch of dogs right now. Was I like not as high on them earlier into the year because I just didn't know how Julius Randle was going to fit? It took him a long time to get his fit right. His fit right now, currently, is the best you could ever think it could be. So if they can keep this going, they can be a threat for the whole conference. If he comes back down to earth and plays like, first half of the season Randall, then, it's going to be all on Ant's hands and it's going to probably go awry. But, I think they've just all been playing great. And then, it's just typical fucking, we think somebody's about to make a run and then somebody just gets sidelined. And that's what happened to Steph.
Yeah. So moving to the other side, we had some injuries in this series. The Cavs and the Pacers. The Pacers make light work of the Cleveland Cavaliers, the number 1 Cleveland Cavaliers. Matt's take was gold, where he said if there's anyone that could, take out the Cavs, it would be the Pacers, and the Pacers did exactly that. I'll give my take real quick before you guys, go ham, because I already know, the roast for the Cavs are coming. I'm taking it a little lightly on the Cavs, just because like when they got to the series, they had all these injuries. I think it threw them out of rhythm. What you said for the Timberwolves, I think, can be applied for the Pacers. The Pacers smelt blood in the water, and they absolutely fucking attacked.
100%.
They took advantage of that. That's the thing about the Pacers is they will take advantage of your weaknesses, of your injuries, of everything. They do not leave nothing on the table. They have a rotation for any situation, anything. And that's exactly what they did. The Cavs, Evan Mobley was injured. Garland was injured. Those are your two big dudes. Donovan Mitchell can't do it by himself. And they pounced. They didn't take the foot off the gas. Even the game that the Cavs won, the Pacers were giving them fight all the way to the end of the game. And I just think it's a missed year, but they're gonna come back with the same team. I think they got to get rid of that fucking bum Jared Allen, and they got to figure it out after that. But what do you guys think?
Like I said, I saw this coming, but I don't think they panic. They won over 60 games for a reason. Teams don't just win over 60 games unless you're the 2015 Atlanta Hawks, and it's not for a reason. I think this team is fine. I do agree, but I've been saying this for 2 seasons now that I think you give up. But now, especially since they have DeAndre Hunter, it's kind of the perfect move to where you trade Allen for somebody, get something back, maybe a good bench piece, maybe a starter, who knows. I think you can move Mobley to that 5. He got drafted as a 5, but then you just re-signed Jared Allen that same summer, and so you just moved him to the 4. I think he can perfectly play a 5 in today's era. You have DeAndre Hunter come from that bench into that starting lineup, can bolster that 3-and-D role, and then you just fill in the gaps, and whatever you get back in return for Allen can be great. So I don't think they should panic at all. Do not blow it up. Just think, like you said, they smelled blood in the water, Indiana, and they just took advantage, and they are so deep. They can do whatever they want as far as rotation purposes. So they're the perfect team to combat somebody who's like hurt, and that's what they did.
And real quick, Matt, great points. Tom, great points. But I'm gonna go back to some shit that I always been knowing. And I tried to get this chump ass nigga some. Listen, man, y'all know I don't really do the content thing too crazy, but I'm gonna do it. Darius Garland, the first motherfucking game of the second round of the playoffs, is actually hurt. You got Spider going out there getting 40. Second game, Darius Garland is out of the lineup.
Yeah.
Evan Mobley is out of the lineup. Spider goes out there, gets you another 40. Game 3, they down, okay? Darius Garland comes back. Evan Mobley comes back. But they weak because they have not been playing.
Yeah.
Spider gets you another 40, right? Yeah. They get a W, right? They come back, play again. Spidey gets tore up. Do you understand? Like, that shit, listen, I think they came into this a little bit too swaggy. I think that they thought that the run that they had been on throughout the regular season was going to carry over. You understand? Even how they was dressed, they wasn't in gym clothes. They was in current fashion on the sidelines, like they was really taking it light. And I think that is what came back to bite them, besides everything that y'all just 100%. Said. Indiana being ready to go, ready to pounce. Their season, their coach is a seasoned coach. He is not going to let them, you know what I mean, take their feet off the gas on their style of play at any moment, because that is just what it is. So at the end of the day, man, yes, that was what it was for me, man. Darius Garland, listen, because Tom, you kind of made a really, really cool point. If you're ready to go, you know what I'm saying, game 6, how you don't know you ready to go game 5? That was the same thing with Darius Garland and Evan Mobley. How do you play a game and then not ready the second game? You understand what I'm saying? Or how do you not play the first 2 games, but you ready to go 100% on game 3? That makes, you understand what I'm saying? With a day and a half rest.
Like, what are you protecting? Like, what exactly are you protecting?
Like we listen, like, you know what I mean? Like, there is so much more basketball to play. Like, what are you taking your feet off the gas for? It was a really funny thing for me, man. And I really loved giving Darius Garland his flowers as the regular season was going on. He was, you know what I mean, looking like he was going to do something different. But here it is. He didn't do anything different when it actually counted. There we go.
Yeah, man. Listen, I'll say you guys are fucking cooking. Matt, your take. I thought I was muted, but I was yo, Matt, you're cooking. I said it on mute, and then Kim, yeah, you're cooking too. This is a great episode so far. But as we go, Knicks Celtics series. You know, well, what can I say? I've been saying it all year. Even when the Knicks were losing in the regular season to the Celtics, I said I think the Knicks have a very wonderful shot at beating the Celtics. You guys laughed at me. A lot of other people laughed at me. It sounded like it was biased, but I promise you it wasn't. This Knicks team, all they had to do was show up and be healthy, and they've been working on things all year. What I watched as a Knicks fan was them trying a whole bunch of different things, and then when they got Mitchell Robinson, it was like I said right before Mitchell Robinson came back, the addition of Mitchell Robinson is going to be very
Big man.
scary, very dangerous, because as you saw,
Big
he is
man.
one of the top defensive players in this league. He was guarding somehow, some way, 1 through 5, against the Boston Celtics. He was everywhere on that court. And it's just great, much needed backup for Cat, because as you guys see in the past, Cat can't, do everything. He needs that center next to him most of the time.
He can't do none of what Mitchell Robinson can do.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
Mitchell Robinson can't
as
do
far
none
as
of what
Rick-
he can do. So they're perfect.
Exactly. Exactly.
A lot of people will say that the Celtics were chucking, the Celtics were doing this and that, but like that's their game. They ride or die by the
Yes.
three. It just so happens is that they have lethal sharpshooters on their team to make those shots. But I also have to tip my cap to the Knicks defense. The Knicks were forcing them to stay out on the three. They weren't giving them nothing inside. They weren't letting them get created. They had to camp on the three, and it was either you're going to make the shots or you're going to miss.
And they were missing.
I'm very – go ahead.
They were missing.
Frickin'. And, they took some big leads on the Knicks, but like even as you're watching the game, you knew the Knicks weren't out of it. The Knicks, they're a team with a lot of talent. They probably have – if the Thunder get eliminated, they probably have the most talent on a team left in the playoffs, which is a really good spot to be in as a Knicks fan. But ultimately, shout out to Jason Tatum. Obviously very sad about his, Achilles tear. That was very unfortunate. The Knicks were winning that game decisively before he tore his Achilles.
Yes.
So let's get rid of that excuse. If anyone still has that excuse, there's a lot of Boston fans out there that are fucking bugging. But he's going to be out next year. You hate to see it. I'm glad he got his ring before that happened, because you don't know how he's going to come back.
Yeah.
But ultimately, at the end of the day, man, bing bong, the Knicks move on.
Bing bong.
Bing bong. I don't know, man. I'm just scared as hell, boy. I'm lucky. I mean, I don't do a lot. Listen, I'm a Laker fan, but I'm gonna be completely honest. Like, I don't do a lot of wishing, I don't do a lot of hoping, I don't do a lot of none of that. But I'm going to tell you this: when it comes to sports, I only hope and do that when my bet is in. I am going to tell you, bro. You say that shit about Boston fans. Let's do what the eyes was telling us. Goddamn, Jason Tatum was going crazy before he went down with that non-contact goddamn Achilles basically tear. That boy was doing some magical shit. Cat Williams is lucky that he is not on a highlight reel. I almost broke ChatGPT trying to get a montage made of how many step in or walk up threes Jason Tatum had. I should have just used the NBA app. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I mean, damn, go ahead. Thank you, Matt. I mean, you know what I mean? Fucking, you know what I mean? Carl Anthony Towns, motherfucking, let him step into. Y'all both was lost. I said, I said Cat Williams. Yeah, look, he was lost.
Bro, you said Cat Williams, and I was trying to lock in.
I was like, did Cat Williams say something in the interview? What happened?
Yo, listen, and you should put Cat Williams' face by my mouth when I'm saying that. That would be fire. But but literally though, bro, I was fucked up because it was amazing what he was actually doing. I'm being real, bro. It was kind of bothering me. But you are right about the lead. You know what I mean, being kind of solid. But he was on the heater, and the lead was not we weren't in control. The Knicks were not in control.
Yeah, and like Thomas had said the night, I didn't get to watch the game live. I was at work, but I came home and watched it. And yeah, when he went down and everything, and then Thomas was talking mad shit about Jason Tatum after the game, like he could never be Kobe, piece of shit, just talking mad shit. I was talking mad shit, and I was like, bro, he put up 42 on y'all dumbasses. It's not like he was trash. Yo. And then Thomas, I hadn't watched the game yet. I was just at work. I was looking at box score, and when I went back and watched the game, Thomas was spitting because he also right before that was trying to carry and missed a lot of good, was just missing a bunch of fucking shots.
Terrible passes.
Yeah,
it was a lot of shit.
He was making mistakes,
but he was also
right
the only
before,
one that showed up that game.
But he was the only one who was
just like Jaylen Brown the first game after he left.
Oh yeah. Jaylen Brown tried. But
he was a fucking hero. He was
it was horrible.
Yeah, it looked like he was about to carry Boston to the fucking promised land.
No, I mean, I wasn't worried. I felt like the Knicks were going to lose game 5 just because, Tatum going out. They're out there,
Want to win
do
it
this
at
for
home.
Tatum, like that whole thing in front of Boston. I figured the Knicks would lose, but I knew game 6 that the energy, everything was just about to be absolutely
And
fucking
they
crazy.
destroyed
Mhm.
them. Destroyed them.
Yeah. And
Whew.
it's good to see like the Knicks
Belt
weren't playing
to
like
ass.
cuz at that point, that game right there, the Celtics had become food and the Knicks weren't playing with their food. We go back to it all the time. The Cavaliers, they were playing with their food.
Mhm.
They got caught. They got fucking caught red-handed,
Yeah,
and they got fucking washed.
they came in there
You know
too
what I mean?
pretty,
Yeah.
And that's
too
what we said.
pretty.
Out of those 3 teams, I had said that the team that wins, that makes it furthest out of those 3, is the team that really does not play with their competition when it's down.
It's too
And here we
late for
are.
that.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
too
Yeah.
late for that.
And that's like what Ken was saying.
So
That's exactly what the Cavs was doing. They came in, thought they was all nice and pretty. They coasted and got their ass fucking whooped.
and that was exactly it. So moving into the Knicks, they move on to face the Pacers. What are your guys' early thoughts about that? What's your predictions? Let's see it, because we don't really have to talk about the other side. I mean, I have a take, but
But
it
we
won't
don't
be
know
too
who we
much.
don't
So
know who's
let's
gonna
dig in right
win,
here.
or we
Yeah.
don't know
Right,
who's gonna win right
exactly.
now. But
Exactly.
I'm high. I've always been high on the Pacers. Like I said, I made the prediction that if anyone was going to beat the Cavs or Celtics, it'd be them. But yeah, I'm full in on fucking New York now, baby. Come on, we're doing it for the city. We doing it for the fucking city, man. Come on, I got Knicks in 6. I got Knicks in 6, but it's gonna be a tough 6. None of those are gonna be blowouts, in my opinion. Those are gonna be hard
Yeah.
fought battles. But I got Knicks in 6, maybe 7. But it's gonna be a dogfight for sure.
I'm gonna just say, take a look. Knicks, New York.
Mm-hmm. I peeped already.
New
I
York.
peeped already, big dog.
Yeah, Knicks, New York. Knicks in 6.
Cardinals.
Listen, man, you guys are giving the Pacers 6. I got the Knicks in 5, and the reason for it, I think the Knicks absolutely outmatch the Pacers here. I don't think they're gonna, like, if Cat really wants to, he's gonna have his way against this Pacers team. At the same time, I don't think Halliburton can stop Jalen Brunson, and then I think Bridges and OJ Anunoby are so locked in on defense, they're gonna be able to stop whoever's hot in Indiana. Last year, the Indiana Pacers and Knicks series went 7, and the Knicks were like half dead. Like they like you guys saw what was going. Like the Knicks were so fucking injured, but they were able to push that series to 7. Obviously, it was a little different, different players on the team and stuff like that. But man, I think the Knicks, the chances here. Tom Thibodeau, don't fucking mess around. Get this shit done, bro. Don't do what you've really done in the past. Don't. Like, if the Knicks are fucking blowing if they're blowing the Pacers out in any of these games, rest your fucking players.
Wasn't he scary last night too? Though?
Yeah,
wasn't
bro.
he scary last night?
This whole ride with Tom Thibodeau has been the most fucking scary.
Yeah, he's so questionable sometimes. It's just like, bro, y'all are fucking 50 right now, bro. They're not coming back. I promise you.
Word. It was funny. My girl even was like, "Yo, what is he doing?" Like,
but I mean. As a Knicks
literally,
fan, though, like, you just never know. Some real horrible shit has happened to the Knicks in the past. So,
Yeah.
like,
she literally said that. Like, why are they still?
But like that's my big ask. Tom Thibodeau, please just do what you just need to do to get this done. Like we're almost there. Like a Knicks championship would feed villages. It would feed cities. It would feed continents. Like the Knicks winning the championship would bring back world fucking peace. Like Jalen Brunson deserves all of that fucking fame. Karl Anthony Towns, I don't know if his SDS deserves anything. But
Knicks championship is probably going to cause riots in New York, bro. That's not
what.
People
bro,
are probably going to die
down for the first
People
time.
are
For the first time ever,
dead.
shut the city down for a week. Let people go crazy. Like
it's going to be the purge in New York
Knicks haven't won since like Kem was in fucking diapers. All right, so like it's fucking.
I wasn't even born. Fuck out of here.
That's crazy.
What the fuck are you talking about, bro? Don't give me that age.
The Knicks, like it's at this point, like I don't even want them to go to the finals and lose. Like the Knicks gotta take this whole thing. Like they're not gonna get a better opportunity, man.
Oh no,
this is
sure.
this is it.
Yeah, this is it.
Like the Knicks championship, this is like gonna be remembered forever. Like this championship right here is historic if they can do it.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's all I got for that series.
Yeah.
All right.
So on the other side, the only really take that I have, and I get it, call me a hater, call me whatever the fuck you want. I don't think the Timberwolves are going to be able to beat the Nuggets, and I don't think they'd be able to beat the Thunder. The reason why I say that is because you look in the history. I have one guy to point out. I'm not even pointing at Ant. I think Ant is going to be marvelous the rest of the way through. Julius Randle, whatever you're going to get is whatever you're going to get. Rudy Gobert is not going to be able to hold Chet, and he's not going to be able to hold Jokic. And I think that it's going to absolutely break Minnesota. And they're going to see why they should not have made that trade. Go ahead. Well, yeah, I mean,
we didn't think they were going to be able to last year either, and they ended up doing it.
You just fucking destroyed my whole take. Fuck you, man.
Show. You can't remember? Like,
it was 1 year ago, bro.
Man. Yes,
no,
you
didn't. Because last year they had Cat, and that was the thing. Cat and Gobert were able to like help each other's weaknesses so much. I don't think Randall's going to be able to help Gobert too much in this.
If Randall plays like he did this past series, it'll be fun.
Yeah, but think about this past series.
I don't know what you're saying.
You guys keep hyping up that performance as if the Warriors weren't one of the worst teams at interior defense.
Yeah, but if Aaron Gordon is out, I don't know how long. It's a strain. I don't know how long he could be out for, if he's even going to be out. That is going to make them weak going at Randall, and he can eat up a little bit. Because now you're going to be playing even smaller than you were before, and they already play small because it's Jokic and then nobody else big other than DeAndre.
But I'll tell you, if OKC makes it, bro, I think OKC is fucking.
OKC would be a different story. OKC is a different story.
We'd have to talk then.
I feel like you got
nothing. I'm good on that because it's all what is right now. You know what I mean? I'm literally good on that right now.
Let's move into some interesting, more interesting stuff. Listen, we're cooking this episode. We hope you guys are enjoying it. Again, like, subscribe, do all
join
that.
the conversation.
Yes, sir.
So we're gonna play Would You Rather. And it's gonna be Giannis Antetokounmpo and the teams that he should go to in free agency. So we got that report that Giannis is he's opening the possibility to leaving Milwaukee. I think we can all agree that this chapter should close because I don't think they're capable of fucking, putting a winner together anymore at this point. It'll take a few years, but go ahead, Matt.
Free agency? Because that's in 2 years. Or a trade.
Well, this free agent, like he wants to leave, he potentially wants
because free agency they bring him in and nobody leaves. A trade, it's more of a discussion because people got to go for him. So fair enough. So trade copy.
So for first team, do you think that Giannis should go to the Rockets, the Houston Rockets?
It's one of my biggest mocks. They have the pieces to get him. I think he'd be a great fit. I think you trade Jalen Green, who you don't know what he is still. Don't know what he is still. You have money to match. And then you trade just Dylan Brooks for money as well. And then just whatever young pieces and picks you want to throw in there. You have Thompson. You have Giannis, Sengun, Tari Eason, Jabari Smith Jr. You still got so many fucking pieces, man. They can still work. I think that's one of my biggest, probables as far as trade destinations for him.
Okay. Kem?
So listen, I agree with that. Except I would rather ship Sengun, who just got the money out. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know what y'all see in this fool. But at the end of the day, I am going to trade saying I would rather have him on the block just getting the money. You know what I mean? That is easily, swappable along with a piece.
I'm just so unaware of what Jalen Green is going to be. And it's like we already see the direction that Sengun is going to be as a legit player in this league. Jalen Green has such high highs and such low lows that it just
he's going to be a Jalen Brown.
But
he's going to be a Jalen Brown. He's going to be but probably not to Jalen Brown's level. But he has the same kind of coach who is going to utilize him, I believe, and develop him in that same way as the lead dog. But his skill set, like you said, we've always said that he hasn't fully shined in either realm, right? We don't know where to really put him at. That's why he's also able to be traded, right? But I think, in all truth, the switch out for him, Sengun, and who knows another piece, I don't know. I like Dylan Brooks still there because I think a dog with a dog, because I want to keep some of the identity.
Yeah,
that's why I don't want to
more or less money. Yes. He was the money. He was the guys making money on the team.
Yes, exactly. Because I want to keep some of the identity that matches with Giannis. You know what I mean? Because Giannis is a dog. I love everything about the Houston Rockets. What we're saying, I just would probably get rid of Sengun in that piece because I just don't know how much, you know what I mean, what we're totally getting from him. But I can't be mad at what Matt's saying about Jalen Green at all.
Yeah, I would argue with you about Sengun, but that would take like I've
love
had too
Sengun.
many
Yeah, man.
Love
arguments.
Sengun.
I have too
Yeah,
many.
man.
It would be long.
Zubats over
Whatever.
Sengun? Hmm? No, we're
Oh
not
my
having this
god.
convo. We're not.
No. All right. Stop, man. Stop. You're getting my goosebumps going. No. I think he should absolutely go to the Rockets. I think the Rockets have shown that they can build. They've shown that they can move necessary pieces around. They've shown that they can let go when they absolutely need to let go. In regards to James Harden, Westbrook, Chris Paul. The players that they've had in the past. I think they do the trade the right way. They'll have a phenomenal team, which is going to be our next segment. But yeah. Moving on, the Los Angeles Lakers.
I just don't see it getting done. I would love it. Cam would probably love it. I just don't see how it would get done.
We don't have enough.
Yeah, like we don't have the picks, like because he's going for a haul. He's going for a haul. We don't have the amount of
2
picks.
years left.
He's got, yeah, it's not like he's an expiring anything. He's got
LeBron and Austin Reeves.
LeBron and Austin Reeves. And then it's just like the team's pretty much saying they're not trading Austin Reeves unless it's for a big fish like that. But I don't think Austin Reeves would be a main piece if you're only getting one first round pick back.
And his playoff performance doesn't
help.
that.
Doesn't help his argument. And then it would be like you're throwing in Hachimura, Vanderbilt, just pieces. Bronny, no. But like it's just like I don't see it getting done. I would love it, but it's just no.
I
Matt
mean,
ate it all up. I can't even say anything. You know what I mean? I can't even add to any of that. We're both Lakers. You know what I mean? It's Laker Nation till we die. He's summed that up.
The only thing that I can think of is like a 3-way trade where LeBron goes back to Cleveland or some fucking crazy shit. I mean, I would love to see Giannis and Luka together, but yeah, no, it's a no for me. New York Knicks, they're one of the big rumored teams. Fuck it.
Well, that one thing I will say is I don't know if it came from Giannis. I don't know if it came from his manager. I don't know where it came from, but there is the report out there that he says he would like to stay in the East, especially because the East is looking fucking weak next year with the Celtics not being a heavy hitter. And then, so, you feel me? Maybe I could see this going crazy. It keeps the Knicks' hope open for just more than just this year, I don't know what that package would look like though.
I would do Cat for Giannis straight up. No, I'm just kidding. No, I mean it's a no for me. I mean I think the Knicks they got, especially if they make the finals and make some noise, and especially if they win it, I think the Knicks got something that they could have for the next 3-4. They could probably win another ring after this one if they win this one. Even if they lose, like if they were to lose to the Pacers right here, I think the Knicks absolutely have a team that they don't need to fuck with. I don't think they need to do anything crazy. I'm hoping they don't do anything crazy.
I agree.
It's a no for me.
I promise you I almost used my soundboard, boy, because you sound like a damn OG right there. Nah, no. Leave well enough alone. Leave well enough alone, because listen, there has already been a culture that has been established, that has been proven to work with the players that want to be you know what I'm saying? So to disrupt that, you know what I mean, is to build a whole new culture.
You already disrupted it once getting Cat to begin with.
Word. You know what I mean?
It happened to work, but
yes, but what is going to leave from the structure that is going to be brought back in, you know what I mean, with just Giannis.
You have to give up one of OG and McCall. You have to give up Cat like that.
Probably two. You know what I mean? So it's kind of
a first.
Yes, and that's correct. And he doesn't need to go anywhere. You understand what I'm saying? Like in all truth, that team needs to, because he's a galvanizer. He's an equalizer. You know what I mean? He is one of them. He is a 6-man that doesn't need to go anywhere. He needs to go with the Knicks as the Knicks go. Leave the Knicks alone.
Yeah.
So
I respect it.
No, next, this has been a rumor, especially after Tatum went down. Boston Celtics.
So listen, you gave an ode to him a little bit earlier, man. Brad Stevens sometimes is an evil genius. He knows what he's doing, but with all of that goddamn money that owner got to pay, you know what I mean, coming up, I don't see how that's happening either. You understand what I'm saying? Like, to be honest with you, so I'm going to have to go no on that.
Yeah, it's just like you're trading big salary for big salary. Yeah, you're getting a top 3-4 player in the league for sure. But it's just like, all right, let's say you go Jaylen Brown and Drew Holiday for
What
Jan
else?
and maybe a first or two for Giannis and another big salary. And then it's just like, yeah, you're still
Yeah.
just at the same point you were, but now you
Yeah.
can't trade anything else because you just traded that. So it's just,
Mm-hmm.
I think it would be a great thing for them to stay in it next year, but I don't think it's happening.
Yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, the only way I can see it somewhat being doable is if they traded like Drew Holiday, Porzingis, Derek Williams, several
Derek
firsts
White.
for Giannis.
Derek Williams has
That's
not been in the league for a long time.
yeah, yeah. That's the only way I see it. But then at the same time, because like if the Celtics are gonna get Giannis, they're gonna have to keep a team competitive enough to compete for the
Yeah.
championship. Because Giannis, he's at this point in his career, he's 31. He wants chips. He like this move right here has to be, and that's why I'm a little iffy on the Houston Rockets thing. Even though that's where I ultimately want him to end up going, like he's gonna want to for sure go to a team that he knows that he like can absolutely compete for a championship day one of him arriving there.
Well, I think the
So I don't
Houston
know if
Rockets have so many pieces to where you don't really need to gut much of what they have to get
Mm-hmm.
Giannis.
yeah,
They have so many pieces.
that's
They have
fair.
all those Suns picks. They have
Mm-hmm.
like, and
Yo,
Suns
the
are not
Rockets are
good.
stacked.
So, yeah, Suns are not
Rockets,
good. So you give them those Suns picks, and then you give them two pieces that he's just
yeah.
gonna replace. And it's just, I think the Houston,
Because I think for the Bucks, you're gonna have to do a full rebuild if
yes,
Giannis goes.
yeah,
So I think it'll
yeah,
be pick heavy
Yeah.
more than it'll be player heavy. Because there'll be
Yes.
no reason for them to take
No. No.
no.
random
That's
irrelevant
why they should
players.
pick.
No.
Like, they should get somebody young, like maybe a Jalen Green or
Yeah,
Sengun. They're both
And
young.
it's a small
Yeah,
market, and it's
yeah.
a small market, so they
So
have to have picks.
what about the Golden State Warriors? The rumor that's been there for years.
how?
Mm-hmm.
Tell me how. So this offseason you can sign Kuminga and then trade him. You can't get Kuminga's salary up to Giannis's. So what else are you
Mm-hmm.
including to make that trade happen?
Now, real quick, the only things that are official in Golden State is Draymond Green for 2 more years, Steph Curry for 2 more years,
Jimmy Butler for 2 more.
Jimmy Butler for 2 more years, and Steve Kerr for two
No,
more
Moody.
years. N-
Moody.
No,
No,
nothing
no.
else. Yes, but it's not like he's not a part of. He can't. He
Oh,
can be
you mean
moved.
guaranteed as in like he's
Yeah,
not
guaranteed
moving?
that's
Yeah,
not
I
going
very
anywhere
much
for the
agree.
next 2 years,
Agreed.
right? So with that, can we open it back up?
All right, but then what's your team look like? Because then you're gutting. You're gutting. And it's just like you need people around a big three. You need it. We've seen it time and time again. A big three gets put together, but they
Bum
have
ass Phoenix
nothing
Suns.
else behind them. Yeah, it's right there. Phoenix Suns is a huge
Mm-hmm.
example. So it's just
Mm-hmm.
like you give them, you sign and trade Kuminga, put Moody, Gary Payton, 2 picks in that. Boom. Now you bring Giannis in. You still have no big other than Giannis and Draymond.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just, yeah,
Yep.
I don't know. I just don't see it happening.
I I would have agreed with this trade before they got Jimmy Butler. I think
Yes.
it's exactly what Kem says. You got 2 years left to go on basically this dynasty. I think they got to lock in with what they have, and they got to move forward with what they have. Hope that Jimmy Butler's CTE stays intact for these 2 years, and you just
Jesus.
like you just hope that Jimmy Butler doesn't become a toxic idiot. What I'm really taking shots at him. I'm sorry, I don't mean to, but
Yeah, no, it's great.
it's true though. Like literally, the Warriors' success is gonna fringe on whether or not Jimmy Butler can stay level-headed or not. Because if he does, you got a chance. But at the same time, I don't see how they. I mean, unless they trade Jimmy Butler himself, I don't see how they get Jan. And I don't know if the Bucks would
No,
really want
they
Jimmy Butler.
like we just went over. If they trade Giannis, they're going to go through a rebuild. Getting Jimmy Butler back does not help that whatsoever for the Bucks.
Mm-hmm.
So the last one, most interesting one, I got the Oklahoma City Thunder, and I say yes.
They can do it. They
I
can.
say yes. I think they have the capital, and the Bucks are looking for draft picks. I think they got, and listen, you guys can hate me for this. They got Chet. I think the Bucks would fucking love Chet and some draft picks. Put another couple of those role players in the trade. And do they have to match the salaries? I don't even know. I think the Thunder have a lot of room to work
When
with.
no, when they signed Isaiah
So
Hartenstein, they hit their cap because
we'll give up fucking Hartenstein. He don't matter in the
they
the
would have to
long
match the
term.
salary, but not to like as an extent of Boston would. But
Yeah, so I'm fully on board with this. I think if the Thunder are serious about putting together a championship team on that floor, and you have Giannis, Shea, Jalen Williams, or whatever the fuck else will be there, and with a backup of Jalen Williams at center too. Yeah, sign me up.
Okay.
I'm not mad at it. I mean, it's kind of like the fucking Houston Rockets situation. They have so much capital and pieces that yeah, they could make this
And
easily
they'll
and
have
not
more
gut.
capital even if they did
Yeah,
that.
and they would easily be able to get this done without gutting their depth and without doing much to like hurt the team. So I could see it happening. If they do, it's a win, given they don't give up too much, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
Yeah, I'm in on this, but I don't think that is going to happen either. I think that what they're building there, I don't think that they want. I think they just want to float in and out, whatever they want to float
Yeah.
in and out. You know what I mean? Because they're building something, and I don't think
Yeah.
that anything. You know what I mean? So,
Well, I mean, but my thing is like
it's
at the
something
same
that you would
time, like
want, but I'm not sure. You know.
you look at everything that's available. You look at the players that are going to be available. You know, Devin Booker, all this fucking other shit. I think Giannis would be the best option if they're trying to go ahead and go win a fucking championship. I don't think it's going to come by them just aimlessly drafting people and drafting people, hoping for the best. I think it's going to come from making an aggressive move and going for it. But go
But
ahead, Ken.
something just hit me, right? As we're all avid basketball enthusiasts, let's think about something like this. Sam Presti has been involved with drafting the likes of Russell Westbrook, KD, James Harden, all of these guys, right? Um, what we got going on, Chet, right? The new iteration of these guys, right? Of OKC. Do you think that probably at some point he wants a return and not just be developmental? You know what I mean, as far as his
Yeah, and
mind
that's just
goes.
kind of my
So
bad. Keep going. Keep going.
no, no,
Okay.
no. I was just
Yeah.
it just hit me, right? So does he, you know what I mean? So
Yeah, because that
maybe, you know what I mean, there may be something in the works, you know what I mean, whereas a proven champion wouldn't kind of interrupt what they got going on at the height of what
yeah, and
he's doing,
especially
like
because
Giannis.
they're gonna have a whole bunch of assets after they make the trade too.
Hmm.
Like
So it
they
can be
have
a workshop type
yeah.
Yeah.
deal.
So like
You know what I
if
mean?
God
Hmm.
forbid it didn't work, they can
He got 2
still
years left.
yeah, they can
Hmm.
still, keep moving things around. And the
Hmm.
thing is like the Thunder, you just watched a whole franchise with Kevin Durant. And the thing is like the Thunder,
Hmm.
like you did not,
Hmm.
you have a finals, but after that, like you
Hmm.
didn't really accomplish anything at the end of the day with that. I think they're not gonna fuck around. If it's not Giannis, I think they're not have to, but they're
Hmm.
gonna make a big move in the offseason. I
Hmm.
just think Giannis would be the best one that they can make. Safest one
Yeah,
Hmm.
too.
no, I 100% agree. Me and you've been saying this before the fucking pod ever even became a thing. They are getting
Yeah.
all this draft capital, and they need to pick people up. They need to
Yeah.
turn it into something. They're just keep getting
Hmm.
draft capital, keep getting draft capital, and so yes, should they do something like this, whether it's Giannis, whether it's Devin Booker, whether it's somebody, sure, yes, they should turn it into something. And like you just said, Sam Presti just had one of the greater teams of the 2010s and let it all slip away. So has he learned? Hopefully. Do I think Giannis is the one they go and get? No. Is he the one they should? Yes, 100%. I just don't think it's happening. But I think 100% they should go out and get him. 100%. Whether it's J-Dub, whether it's Chet, whoever they throw
Fair
at
enough.
them, they should.
One gotta go. So I'm gonna give you guys. I'm not really gonna participate in this. I might like argue with you guys a little bit, but I'm gonna put up 4 players, and you guys just gotta debate who goes. All right. I got 4 of these.
Hopefully
So
we
let's
agree,
start off
Cam.
with the
Hopefully
first
we
one.
agree.
So the first one, Allen Iverson, and remember, one of these players gotta go.
Hmm.
Allen Iverson, Carmelo Anthony, Tracy McGrady, and James Harden.
James
James
Harden.
Harden.
Ooh, that was easy.
And all right, I will preface this because me and Kem did have a huge argument on our last episode. All right, two points. He shit the bed.
1 second. I'll be
Yeah,
right
yeah.
back. Go ahead.
Mo-
But go ahead.
Motherfucking James Harden shit the bed in the
He
last
did,
game.
as usual.
Yeah, he shit the bed last game. And also, I'm gonna be real. Motherfuckers doing it for clicks, gang. I'm gonna keep it a bean. So AI is of course better. And in this scenario, it honestly wasn't even between AI and James Harden. It was between T Mac and James Harden for me. just because.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah,
I was leaning a little
I was.
bit towards T-Mac, but then I remember who T-Mac was in
Yeah,
his
no, it's just like
prime,
T
and
Mac is
yeah.
great and all, but he never made it out the first round. So it's like it was
Okay.
between T Mac and James Harden more than it was AI and James Harden in this. So that's why I'm just going James Harden just because I love T Mac so much. So
Matt, you cooking today, boy. You cooking today,
Yo,
boy.
Matt, like real quick, you are fucking bugging today.
brother,
You're cooking. I
we
You cooking
appreciate
back,
today,
you.
boy.
we back.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So the second little group of players here: Scottie Pippen,
Mm,
D Wade,
mm,
Klay Thompson,
mm.
Pau Gasol. Because I know you guys are Lakers fans, and I
Klay
know it's not
Thompson.
a.
Klay
Ooh,
Thompson.
ooh.
All right,
Klay
so I'm
Thompson.
gonna say Klay Thompson only because we saw what Pau Gasol was before he became a Laker. He was still a
Fair.
20-10 motherfucking dog.
Mm-hmm.
We have never seen a prime take Klay Thompson without the Warrior system.
Woo!
And it's just
I'm not gonna
Woo!
lie.
4 rings. Yes, was he defensive dog before he got injured? Yes, but we never saw what he could be as a number one.
Yes.
Listen, Klay Thompson's greatness relies on elite movement without the ball, using screens and quick trigger shooting. Perfect for Golden State.
Even Scotty, we got to see as a number one.
Perfect for
Jordan was
Golden
gone.
State.
So it's
Bro,
like-
he's limited with self-creation and
Damn,
all
so I
that.
feel like he was on all of our lists for top 5 system players of all time.
He might have been, brother, because that was a part of
He
some
was
of my
he was
shit.
my last person I put on that list because like
Damn. Yo.
He was
I'm
my
on
sixth
both
spot.
sides of it. I think
I didn't put him
Klay,
on.
like with how his career panned out, yeah. But honestly, I think if he doesn't go to the Warriors, I still think he finds his way
Yes,
as
Them
a
rings,
yeah.
rings, bro. He has to be one of the. If we're talking systems, he has to be one of the top 5 with just his rings and what he was able to do. Even listen, he's so limited. Just think about the 60 points with just the one dribble shit. Like he can't even create anything for himself. You understand what I'm saying? So system be damned.
In that
You
argument,
understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. In that argument, though, I mean, it's a little bit
Mhm.
spoiler. I had one of his other teammates in my top
Draymond.
five rather than
I had
Absolutely.
Draymond. I have Draymond.
He
Yeah.
yes. All right,
I had,
we'll go.
I had
Yeah.
Draymond too.
It's kinda
all right,
crazy.
So
Mhm.
Luka, SGA, Jokic,
Ooh.
and Anthony Edwards.
What the fuck?
Ant, sadly,
Okay.
Ant, love Ant so
I'm
much,
going-
but
Yeah, this is what we going at it then. Yeah, this is what we going at it then. Right
You
now,
putting
I'm
Luka-
throwing Luka
I
out
knew he
the.
was
I'm
putting out
throwing Luka out the bus.
I knew
Listen,
he was
we'll give him his 30, 10, and 10 playoff percentages, right? But we ain't gonna talk about the new record set with blow-bys. You understand what I'm saying? In this year, 2025 NBA playoffs with Luka Doncic, only in the first round. And that was in the first round. That was in a group of fucking 5 games. You understand what I'm saying with this motherfucker? Now listen, I love Luka. I am Laker Nation until I die. I just kind of found out, Matt, something we didn't talk about, that we have a job posting that has never been posted on the Lakers job posting board. We are actually looking for a new physical trainer. Somebody just for Luka. This shit is funny as hell because this motherfucker still went to Slovenia in the offseason to go drink and do the regular shit that he been doing since he been a pro. So that's kind of bothering me, man. You know what I mean? But I still think that hope is alive. So my little reasons on why I take Luka out of any list are nuanced. You understand what I'm saying? It's purely about the love of the game, not just being because I'm physically gifted. Me and Tom had a little segment just a few minutes ago, last week, right, where I kind of told Tom that I ended up finding out how good I was in sports just from being outside. You know what I mean? And shit like that, right? And literally was really, really fucking good. Won a lot of motherfucking trophies. And then when I took it serious, it was a whole nother level, you understand what I'm saying, of engagement that I needed to have that at some point I did not complete. You understand what I'm saying? But to be on a level that this dude is and not doing this shit, man, I just, you know what I mean? With those other guys that are in there, they're even ascending. So it's kind of hard for me, man. Physically.
I'm getting rid of Shea if I had a pick there. I'm not gonna lie, guys.
Physically.
the fuck?
Well, so what it
Physically.
would come down for me is look, Ant has gotten his team now back-to-back years to the conference finals. Luka has carried teams before. Shea is the only one on this list that hasn't carried yet. If he gets past Denver, I think this series with the Wolves and the Thunder would kind of solidify whether I would get rid of Ant or SGA on this list.
Okay.
To me, it was between Luka and Ant. SGA and
Mhm.
Jokic are locked in.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
protect my baby boy Luca till the death of
And
me.
give
But
that's
Nothing
why
wrong
I
with it.
picked Ant out because
Nothing
I'm
wrong with it.
protecting my baby boy Luca. But
Nothing wrong
it
with it,
comes
fellas.
down
Yes.
to I
yeah.
100% agree with everything Kem's saying. It scares the
It's
shit
kind of
out
Oh,
of
it's
crazy.
me
true.
that once
Yeah.
LeBron retires and everything, what does this team look like around Luca, and can they block his deficiencies out? I don't know. Nobody knows because it hasn't
All
been
right.
done
So
yet.
last one. Steph, Kareem, Shaq, Magic.
Getting rid of Kareem, bro. Why you doing this to me?
Oh, you're getting
Kareem
rid of
gotta
Cream
go.
too? All right, yeah.
Yeah, Kareem gotta
Cream
go,
gotta
bro.
go.
Yeah.
No, I
Wow.
thought Kem was about to yell at
Matt
me
wins
again.
the argument. No, just play.
Well, you're getting Kareem
Kareem gotta
over
go.
Shaq? Oh,
Yes. Only in this conversation, I'll actually even explain. So even though I love to talk about, because listen, man, I'm a stat guy, right? I'm a metric guy. A lot of my shit, you know what I mean? My life is in numbers, right? But the crazy thing is I love to cite the stats, but I've never seen anybody as physically dominant as Shaquille O'Neal. Straight like that. If Shaq would have actually translated into this generation's basketball, like literally having a bit of a handle and everything like that, it would have been a totally different type of resume that he has.
Okay.
If he even worked on just his foul shots. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like crazy, a totally different numbers game in which we talk about with this guy, right? But what's crazy, that's why I would actually take him
no,
out.
yeah.
Now, without a question,
respect
the
that.
You're getting
unguardable
attacked by
shot
the
and all
fucking
that.
sun, man.
Hmm.
Fuck yeah. No, yeah. Hey, we're
You're getting
aligned. We're
obliterated by the
aligned.
sun right
No,
now.
yeah, you're getting
Nice.
fucking cooked right now.
But no, that was good.
Yes.
You guys were mostly aligned all the way through. That's cool. But let's go to war. We're gonna do a draft to end this episode. It is the champions draft. We have been planning on doing this for the last like 3 episodes.
Yes.
So here's how it works. You're gonna draft players from
Mhm.
their championship run, which means you
Mhm.
cannot, once a player is drafted, you cannot draft them again. And the
Mhm.
biggest rule about this is you have to choose a specific year. So
Mhm.
I don't want to hear Michael Jordan. I want to hear the year that
Yeah,
you're
so if
choosing
somebody
Michael
chooses
Jordan.
like a 92 Michael Jordan,
They get the
nobody
whole
can
dynasty
choose a single 98
era
Michael
of Michael
Jordan.
Jordan.
Nobody can choose
Nice.
91
That's
Michael
fire.
Jordan. You get
Exactly.
93 Michael
Yeah.
Jordan, and Michael Jordan's
That's
off the
ooh,
board.
Yes. So with
I'm
that
still
being said, does anybody want to absolutely go first? I'm
no.
fine with not being
I'm
first.
fine with not going first. Ask her to pick a number.
So
Ask
am
Daisy to
I.
pick a number if she's there.
Oh, okay. Hey, babe. Can you think of a number?
Give us an amount.
Can you think of a number 1 through 10? She's coming. Bro, I'm getting brutalized
Yeah,
by
you're
this
getting
sun. Hold
fucking cooked right now.
on. All right, we're good now.
You're whiter than Seamus.
All right. Think of a number 1 through 10. 2.
4.
6.
Oh, Matt finally lost. Fuck you,
Now,
Matt.
me and Deja have been locked in
Um,
for dumb long with this.
So it'll be Chem, Matt, me. All right, Chem,
So
you're up.
we're going
Snake.
snake.
Yep.
All right, copy.
Yep.
Okay.
Hmm.
So with the first pick, I am selecting with all the craze and hysteria has been about already. We going with Michael Jeffrey Jordan, 1991.
Okay. All right.
All right. So, now the decision is on me. Then I am going 2016 LeBron as small forward.
Okay. That was Lakers LeBron?
No, that was Cavs Warriors.
Oh, that was
LeBron.
Cavs LeBron. My apologies. All right. That's fine. I like those picks, gentlemen.
2
Taking the
back-to-back
best
40-point
players.
games, come back 3-1. You feel me?
All right. So I'm going to go with,
You get 2 picks here. Remember.
yeah. I'm going to go with 2017 Kevin Durant.
He was on my list. God damn.
And I'm going to go with 2021 Giannis.
Oh, he was also on my list.
50-point game.
You got
to
your
close out the
forwards
final
out.
with
You
Giannis.
got your forwards out.
Yes, sir. All right, Matt.
All right. I'm going to go.
I started spicy, man. I like my start here.
Damn. 2000. Oh, fuck, man. I love him, but I'm going 2000 check.
Okay. All right, Cam, you
Okay.
get 2 picks here.
Absolutely. I already know, man. I'm going with 1996 Scottie Pippen.
Okay.
And I'm also going to go with 1996 Dennis Rodman. Watch what I'm doing here.
Son's just building the fucking 96 Bulls.
with 91
91
Jordan running too.
All right. So thankfully he fell to me again. I'm going 09 Kobe.
Oh, fuck you, man. I thought I fucking. Oh, God.
Yeah. I thought
Good
I thought
job.
Kem might have was. Oh no, he already got MJ.
Dang, I
He
thought I
right
was
off
about
the
to
board.
fucking run it up on you guys. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I got KD and Giannis. I need a point guard. This is cool. So with KD and Giannis, I think I'm gonna need.
Has anybody taken a point guard yet? No, I don't think so.
No, I was worried about that.
All
Because there's
three
two
are on the
obvious. Well,
board.
no, there's three good choices.
I think
here.
there's three.
I'm gonna go.
Obvious.
I'm going 1987 Magic Johnson.
Nice.
He was number one on my board for point guard.
Nice.
And honestly, I don't think I can pass on him. I think it would I'm honestly shocked he went this far. I'm going 2006 D-Wade.
Good job.
Oh yeah, he was my third ranking shooting guard.
I didn't plan on picking him, but with him dropping this low, I couldn't let him. Let him go past.
So I have power forward and point guard left.
And
it's on me or
it's
Matt?
me, and then you got
good
two
power forward options.
I got you. Yes.
I got. I don't want Kem to what? Oh, you got power forward done already?
Yep.
All right, so I'm taking a point guard, so you can't fucking snipe my point guard. It's between two. I'm going 2022 Steph Curry.
You son of a bitch.
Yeah,
that's what I was debating between Magic and
it's going
Steph.
spacing right there.
Okay.
I had to.
Okay. Yeah. All right, so I am going with 2007 Finals MVP for my point guard, Tony Parker.
Yeah, buddy. Okay. All right.
And then I am going.
This is that old head ass team.
No spacing. Zero spacing.
I'm going.
It's your last pick.
What do you need, center?
Yes, sir. I'm going 1994.
4. Oh, I thought you were going to go 5.
I'm going 4. We swept Shaq.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Hakeem Olajuwon.
Okay.
For my center. Let's go. Let's cook. Let's cook.
All right.
Like, comment, subscribe. Let's go. Join the conversation.
Tony Parker, Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Dennis Rodman, and Hakeem.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking disgusting. Zero spacing, but disgusting. I thought you were gonna go once I took Steph. I thought you were gonna go 1990 Isaiah Thomas.
I almost did, but I thought I needed somebody to kind of give me just a little bit more room.
Yeah, no, I feel you. So my last
I wanted
pick,
to see Jordan operate.
My last pick, power forward, going 03 Duncan, man. He was
okay.
I knew it. You better have. That's why I got defense for y'all. I knew y'all was going for the stars.
I got defense. I got defense.
So Matt got Steph, Kobe, LeBron, Duncan, Shaq. What the fuck? That's like one of those things where it's like spend $15 to beat this team.
Yes.
All right, so. Could I put Giannis at the center position is the question.
You see how
he didn't win a ring in the center as a center?
I don't give a fuck. I'm going 2019 Kawhi Leonard.
Okay.
That's my last pick. So my team rounds out to Magic Johnson, D-Wade, Kawhi, Kevin Durant, Giannis.
Nice. Okay. All right.
Got a lot of defense on that team.
Let's see. Right. Like, comment, subscribe. Join the conversation, y'all.
Tell us who won.
Tell us who won.
And with that being said, we're going to go on and get on out of here. Make sure, like Kem has been saying, like I've been saying, like, subscribe. Like Matt said, we're here, man. Listen, we're covering the rest of these NBA playoffs. And we have plans beyond the NBA playoffs for the NBA this time. We got a lot of things cooking. Yes. We got the MLB season heating up. So this episode comes out after the episode that drops with me and Wolfie. Listen, man, we're cooking. We want you guys along the ride with us. We're coming back with some video games. WWE exists. We're doing our thing. So make sure you're here with us.
And hey, if you want to have a conversation, you disagree, you agree with us, let us know in the comments. Don't be afraid.
Real talk.
Let us know. We like to argue.
You can email us
Real talk.
directly at adiffconvo.com. You can find the little tab that says contact us, and you can leave an email for however the hell you feel. We've gotten an email from someone in a completely different language, which I thought was hilarious. But our overseas following is magical. But with that being said, we're out. Go Knicks. Knicks in 5. Bing bong. What can I say?